Hey, welcome back. Too often when it comes to cold emailing, I see people sending cold emails like this, thinking that it's totally a numbers game and all that matters is sending as many emails as possible. So yes, cold emailing is overwhelmingly a numbers game, but, and this is really important, strategy still matters. Quality still matters. By the end of this video, you will have several tips and tactics that you can apply to your own cold emailing outreach to improve your open and conversion rates and ultimately use cold emailing to sell your services. If you want even more help from me, go check out my mini course, The 7-Day Secret, which is for people who want to land clients with cold emailing, and it's designed to help you get results in 1 week. I'll put that link in the description below. All right, let's do it. First, you have to use email addresses that belong to people, not companies. So that means you want to avoid addresses that start with something like info at or support at or help at. I know this kind of stinks because these are the email addresses that are easiest to find. These are the addresses that companies put on their website and they make them public. But as a result, how packed do you think those inboxes are? Very. That's the email address that everybody is using. So that means that if you send an email to that inbox, you're going to have a really hard time being seen. So you're going to need to track down a human being's email address, someone with a pulse, and you're going to send your cold email to them. Does this mean you're going to have to do it manually? Probably. If you're rolling your eyes because you think this is going to add a ton of time to your process, it really doesn't have to take that long. You can find email addresses on LinkedIn. You can find them with a simple Google search. One tool that you can use for free that I love is hunter.io. Hunter.io lets you put in a web address and then it's going to show you the structure of that company's email addresses. This way you can actually guess the email address of the person that you want to reach out to because you're going to know at the very least how that company structures or formats their email addresses. It's pretty cool. And again, I did this example for you for free. Understandably, a lot of people want to completely automate the process of cold emailing. And that often means that they are scraping email addresses or buying lists or something like that. But more often than not, when you take that approach, the quality of the email addresses that you're going to get is going to suffer tremendously. How successful do you think you're going to be with cold emailing if you're sending all of your emails to the wrong inbox? It's not going to work. Put in just a few extra seconds of your time and energy, and the results are going to benefit from it big time. Next, you're going to need to test everything. I'll explain what that means. To think that you're going to have one subject line, one cold email template, and you're going to use that the entire time and it's going to be a slam dunk from day one, that's wrong. Part of using cold emailing to sell your services, because it is a numbers game, means testing different approaches, different templates, and comparing the results, because some things are going to work better than others. So you need to test your emails in batches and you need to isolate one variable at a time. Let's go through an example together. Let's say you are preparing to send a batch of 20 cold emails, okay? And for this batch of 20, you're going to use subject line A with template A. Simple, cool. In the next batch of 20, you're going to use subject line A with template B, but you're going to keep everything else the same. The only thing that's going to change is the template that you're using. You do not want to test multiple variables at the same time, because if any of those variables trigger a change in your results, which they very likely will, you will have no way of knowing which variable caused it because you changed too many things at once. So you're going to want to test at least the subject line, the cold email template, and then even within the template, the CTA on its own, because some CTAs are going to be more effective than others. If you need help crafting effective subject lines, go check out this video. I also have a free guide that contains 60 cold email subject lines that you can copy and test in your own campaigns, and I'll put that link in the description below. If you want to copy the exact cold email templates that my students and I use, you can. Those are available to you online, and I will also drop that link below. If cold emailing hasn't worked for you, but you haven't done any testing yet, you need to start doing that immediately. That's going to help you pinpoint where your strategy is weak and conversely, where you're doing really well. Next, let's talk about the cold email itself. One of the biggest mistakes that people make with cold emailing is that when they're using it to sell their services, The cold email that they send is all about them. It's all about them, the services they offer, the rates that they charge, and I get it. Why wouldn't it be? Here's the problem though. Your leads don't care about you yet because they don't have a reason to care about you. They care about themselves and they care about what they have to get out of this relationship. That means that every cold email you send needs to be all about the lead and it needs to answer one question. What's in it for them? That's all that matters at this point. What do they get out of this? Why should they read your email? Why should they care? Why are you worth talking to? That's what your cold email needs to convey. Don't worry, you will have time to talk about yourself later on in this conversation. I'm not saying that that information isn't important. It is. But for this first contact, for this initial email that you're sending, make it all about them. They don't yet have a reason to care about you. All of this means, and this is key, you need to understand your lead's pain points forward and back. This is easy if you've picked a niche. If you've picked a niche, then you probably eat, sleep, breathe it, and you know it like the back of your hand. If you haven't picked a niche, go pick one. I've got a couple of videos that will help you do that, so I'll drop those links in the description below. Your cold email is essentially speaking to these pain points and helping your leads understand how you can make things better for them. Here's an example. Because I'm a writer, when I'm reaching out to my leads, I'm essentially trying to sell my writing services, but my cold email is not saying, here are my services and here's what I charge. That's wrong, that's bad. Instead, I'll say something like, I help brands improve their keyword rankings, I help them show up higher in Google search results, and I improve their website traffic. I'm speaking to their pain points, which are very often poor keyword rankings and low website traffic. I'm saying to them, hey, I get it, I get what you're struggling with, this is why you should talk to me, and this is how I can help. Next tip, you need to monitor your numbers. If you're going to try to use cold emailing to sell your services, and if you're going to follow all of the previous tips I gave you, which you should, then you need to be tracking and monitoring your progress the entire time. Otherwise, everything that comes before this is 100% a moot point. You should know, at a minimum, your open rate, your CTA conversion rate, and your close rate. Your open rate is how many people have opened your email out of the total number of emails that you've sent. Your CTA conversion rate is how many people have taken action out of the total number of emails sent. As an example, if your CTA is asking people to get on a phone call, how many phone calls did you actually schedule? That's your CTA conversion rate. And lastly, your close rate is how many cold emails have led to a new client out of how many cold emails you've sent in total. These numbers will tell you a lot. They will find weak points in your process. For example, if your open rate is really low, then it means either that your subject line stinks or you're going to spam. If you're worried that you might be going to spam, go watch this video because I will tell you how to avoid that. Also, go check out this video because I will tell you about a free tool that I use all the time and I love it, and it's going to help you track your email opens. If you have a good open rate, but a poor CTA conversion rate, then it means that there's something going on with the cold email template or specifically the CTA itself. When you watch these numbers and start looking for patterns, it's going to reveal where you are losing your leads. And because you're going to know where you're losing them, you're going to know what to test and change. Like if you're losing people before they even open the email, then you're going to know that you probably need to test your subject line. You're not going to know how to refine your approach if you're not monitoring your numbers. If there's one thing you take away from this video, hopefully you'll take away a lot more than that, but if there's one thing, it's that using cold emailing to sell your services is not a set it and forget it approach, and automating the entire thing from start to finish is not in your best interest. There are bits and pieces that you can automate, but ultimately, if you want this to work, it has to have a human touch. This is how you are going to stand out in people's inboxes, because I can tell you right now, they are getting tons of emails from people who look just like you every single day. You can't do exactly what everyone else is doing if you want to stand out. It's that simple. And that means it's got to have a human touch. There are some things that no bot, no software, no tool can copy. They can't genuinely copy a human relationship. Genuinely copy. It's kind of an oxymoron. Nothing replaces relationships. Nothing replaces conversations between two human beings. And these days, I feel like we've lost so much of that because people are trying to cut corners and send more emails, more and more and more. And I get why. We've said it already in this video several times, cold emailing is largely a numbers game. But if you do that at the expense of quality, it's not gonna work. This is really simple. Quality will always matter, period. Don't forget that I am offering you 60 cold email subject lines that you can test for free, and you can also get the 5 email templates that I use, that my students use. These templates have consistently landed me high-paying clients over the last several years. If you want more help from me, you can enroll in the 7-Day Secret. It's a mini course. It's very quick to consume, quick to apply, because it's meant to start getting you results in 1 week. All of those links are below, so just scroll down. If you've made it this far, please do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. That will tell YouTube that you like my content, and if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button. I would love if you drop me a comment just to say hello. I always respond to comments, and I will catch you guys in the next video. All right, see you later.